All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. And we'll start in mountain pose. So feel your feet press into your yoga mat, roll your shoulders up and back. Let the arms rest alongside your body. And take some deep breaths. You can use your intention and connection with the breath to draw earth energy up through the soles of the feet. Breathing deeply. And then focusing on the crown of the head. Use that energy and your intention to draw that energy down through the crown, down your spine, to your feet. And we open our heart spaces front and back, left and right, drawing in everything around us. Everything, everyone. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Do 3 more like that, breathing in and out. Now we'll separate our feet, bend our knees generously, fold forward into a rag doll. Let your fingertips touch the floor. Let your head go. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, we come up. And we bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. And hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Hands to heart. Let's come down to our hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to come into a cow pose. Dropping your belly, lifting your head and your shoulders, and taking 3 deep breaths. Two more. Last one. And now rounding the back, tucking the chin in the hips, coming into cat pose for 3 breaths. Let's look to the left and reach your ribs to the right. Feel your hips shift to the left and take 3 deep breaths. One more. And then we come back through center. Shift your ribs over to the left and your hips and your gaze is over to the right. Take 3 deep breaths. One more deep breath. And we come back to center. Inhale, coming into cow. Exhale, reach the ribs to the right. Inhale into cat. Exhale, reach the ribs to the left. Inhale, cow. Exhale, reach the ribs to the right. Inhale, cat. Exhale, reach the ribs to the left. See if you can look in the opposite way. Inhale, coming into cow. Exhale, reaching the ribs to the right, looking to the left. Inhale, cat. Exhale, reaching the ribs to the left, looking to the right. And then we come back to center, neutral spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, reaching the ribs to the left, looking to the right. Inhale, cat. Exhale, reaching to the right, looking to the left. Inhale, cow. Exhale, reaching to the left, looking to the right. Inhale, cat. Inhale, reaching to the right, looking to the left. And back to cow. And neutral spine. Now try to move, rolling the chest, letting the head turn, breathing. Don't sweat the small things. Just let the head move the way the head wants to move. Just feel your spine flex and lateral flex and extend and lateral flex. Breathing deeply. One more time around. Change directions. Breathing in the opposite direction. Moving the opposite way. One more time around. Now bring your toes together, knees are wider, arms stretch out in front of you, forehead to the floor. And back to your hands and knees. And we're going to lower down onto our stomach. Forehead on the floor. Hands under the shoulders. Your feet are relaxed and your toes are pointing back. And then we're going to engage the legs. Inhale. Lift the head and the shoulders. Bring your arms out to the side of the body. Roll your shoulders back together. And breathe into the diaphragm. Let's bring the head down, turn the head to the side. Let everything relax. Breathing deeply and evenly. Let's bring the forehead to the floor. And this time place the hands under the shoulders. We're going to come into a high cobra. So press into your hands, lifting your head and your shoulders, and then push up through the arms. Nice deep breath. And then slowly lower down, keep your elbows alongside your ribs. Turn your head in the opposite direction, 3 breaths. And now hands under the shoulders, forehead on the floor, elbows hug the ribs. Inhale, pressing into the hands, pushing up. We're going to look over our left shoulder. Coming back to center, and look over the right shoulder. And come back to center. Lower down. Bring your forehead to the floor. Arms alongside the body. Turn the head to the side. And relax everything. Let's bring our chin to the floor. Lift our hips and make soft fists. Thumb on the outside of the fist. And place the fists under your hips, below those pointy hip bones, right below them. So your hands should be comfortable. Walk your legs out a little bit so they're separated. And then inhale, lift the legs. Breathe deeply. And then lower the legs down, turn the head to the side, release the hands. And now we'll place the hands under the hips. Separate the legs. This time, inhale, bring your upper body up and roll your shoulder blades together. Breathe deeply. Feel the weight of the body pressing into the hands. The heaviness of your pelvis pressing into the hands. Lower your head, turn it to the side, release your hands. We're going to come into a supported locust. Placing the hands under the hips, chin on the floor. Inhale, lift the legs, the head and the shoulders, and breathe deeply. Roll those shoulders back, lift up a little higher. And now release. Release the hands, turn the head to the side. Then chin on the floor, arms out to the side. Separate the feet a little bit. And on the inhalation, we're going to lift the upper body. And then maybe lift the lower body. You'll feel your pelvic bone pressing into the floor. Release, turn your head to the opposite side. Let's come on to the hands and knees. And we'll push our hips back. Bring our forehead to the floor. Knees together if comfortable, and arms resting alongside the legs. Let's stretch the arms out. We'll come up and forward into a high cobra. Back onto the knees, curl the toes under, and downward facing dog. Let's bend the right knee, and then the left knee. Walking your dog, opening up the back of the legs. Breathe, coordinate the breath and the movement. And let's bring the knees to the floor and bring our shoulders up over our hips, our arms up over the head. Inhale, reach up. Little backward bend, hands to heart. So we're going to take and place our right foot on the mat, our knee over our ankle, and our arms come up over our head. You can interlace those fingers, index points up, as we come into Hanuman. Breathe deeply. Nice deep breaths. Bringing the hand down. We'll grab our blocks and move them over. And you can place one block to the inside of the foot. Place your left hand on that block. And reach the right arm up for a spinal twist, breathing deeply. And then bring the hand down. Move your block out of the way. Curl your back foot under and come into a runner's lunge. If you would like, you could have your hands on blocks if that feels a little bit more comfortable and stable for you. Sink your heel back. Feel that stretch in the Achilles and the calf. And then maybe come up onto the ball of the foot and sink the heel back again. We're going to do another spinal twist. Left hand on the block or the floor. Right arm reaches up, but try to stay active in the legs. Breathing deeply, using the legs. We bring the hands down, bring the knee down. Arms come up over the head. And then hands to heart. So we're going to stretch out the psoas muscle. We're going to do a supported kneeling crescent moon. I'm going to take and walk my foot a little bit further forward. And I'm easing my hips forward, bringing my hands to the blocks for support. And breathing. Let's bring the hips back to a neutral position and just move the hips back a little bit until the foot comes off the floor, the heel stays on the floor. And then we roll back onto the foot and ease the hips forward. Nice deep breath. Only doing what the body feels good doing. Move your blocks back, bring the foot up. Ease yourself forward, and then step the foot back on the floor, and lift the heart. Breathe deeply. We're going to come back into a neutral position, and bring our knees together. Hands at the heart. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, hands back to the heart. So for the other side, we're going to place our left foot on the floor. The ankle is under the knee, shoulders over the hips. Arms up alongside the ears, interlace the finger, index points up for Hanuman. Nice deep breaths. We'll do a spinal twist. Maybe bringing your block under the right hand and bringing the left arm up. Press into that right hand and reach out through the left arm, creating one long line, stacking the left shoulder over the right shoulder. You can turn your gaze upward, straight ahead, or look down, whatever feels best for you and your neck. And now I bring that left hand down. Again, we can have both hands on top of blocks or on the floor. Curl the back foot under, coming into a runner's lunge. Breathe deeply. And active legs, really pressing into the front foot, using the ball of the back foot. Ease the heel back and come up onto the ball of the foot. Ease the heel back and up onto the ball. Ease the heel back, up onto the ball. Spinal twist. Right hand on the block, left arm reaches up, legs are active and strong. Breathe deeply. And let's bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Stand the blocks up, shoulders over the hips. I'm going to move my foot a little bit forward and ease my hips forward. Hands on the blocks. Lift the heart. Breathe deeply. Easing your hips back until your toes leave the floor, your heel stays on the floor. You're going to just bend a little towards the knee. And then walk those hips forward. Hips come forward. And breathe deeply. And then again, ease the hips back. Walk the blocks back. Toes come up. And then we walk the blocks forward and ease the hips forward. Let's bring the hips back to that neutral position. Ankle under the knee, shoulders over the hips, arms over the head. Hands to the heart. We'll bring the knees together. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, fold forward. Curl the toes under. Push the hips up towards the ceiling. Head down in between the arms. And breathe. Let's walk our hands and feet together. Inhale, come up. And hands to the heart. So we'll do some modified balancing poses for a start. Coming to the front of our mat. Stepping that right foot back just a little bit. We're going to do a modified airplane. And shifting your weight onto the left foot. Arms come out to the side like jet wings. And we can stay right here. This could be your balancing pose. You have the option to fly, lifting that leg up. And then we bring the feet together, arms up over the head, hands to heart. Let's just take a breath in between balancing poses. Because it takes a lot to balance and it gets the heart going. When you're ready, to the opposite side, Left foot back. Weight is on the right foot, arms out to the side. Breathing in and out. We always have the option to lift the leg and fly. And then bring the legs back together, roll the shoulders back. Arms come up over the head and hands to heart. We're going to do a modified tree pose, and if a regular tree pose is in your practice, by all means, feel free. I'm going to take my right heel and place it against my left ankle. The ball of my right foot is on the floor. Hands start out at the heart. And this may be all you want to do. Now your left leg, really stand, press into the foot, and engage the leg all the way up into the hip. Don't let the hip flare out to the side. You want to start to establish using the entire leg and hip, engaging all of it for balancing. You can bring your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers, index points up, and you can lift your foot or even bring it to the side of the leg. Breathing deeply. Stay below the knee. Don't go to the knee and place the arch of your foot on the side of your knee. You would think it was designed for that, but it will actually hurt your knee in the long run. So you don't want to do that. You can bring the leg back down, hands to the heart. And again, just roll the shoulders back, elongate the back of the spine and neck. Breathe deeply. And you'll notice with each inhalation and exhalation, the body self-regulating. Now we're going to practice on the opposite side. Ball of the foot on the floor. Left heel resting against right ankle. Hands come to the heart. And then maybe bringing the arms up over the head. You could interlace the fingers, index points up. You have your arms separated, whatever feels good for you. And we have the option to lift the foot. And you can just practice, putting the toe back down again and lifting it up until you feel more confident with keeping the foot lifted. And again, the standing leg, we're using the whole leg. Don't let the hip joint be soft. We want to engage the whole leg, creating space between the ankle, the knee joint, and the hip joint. You can place your foot along the side of the leg if you like. And then hands come to the heart, foot to the floor. Roll the shoulders back. Nice deep breaths. We'll do the energy medicine routine today, and maybe we'll even throw the chakra routine in. So starting with tapping on the cheekbones, I like to use the first 3 fingers. And this is the heart meridian. So we're activating the heart meridian. And if there's any sluggishness, congestion, this helps open up the flow of those meridians. Magnificent, beautiful, powerful, strong, happy, healthy. My heart, the meridians, perfect. Shake the hands off. Find the collarbone. Come below the collarbone for K27, kidney meridian. And we're tapping the meridians for the left and right kidneys. Magnificent and beautiful, powerful and strong, happy and healthy. The kidneys, the renal system, the meridians, just perfect. And shake it off. Then we have the thymus, part of our immune system, right behind the breastbone. And I like to just tap up and down the breastbone because it feels good. Magnificent and beautiful, powerful and strong, happy and healthy. The thymus, the autoimmune system, perfect. And shake it off. Find the bottom rib. We're going to come up a rib, stomach on the left, liver on the right. Magnificent, beautiful, powerful and strong, happy and healthy. The stomach, the liver, the meridians, perfect. And then we have spleen on the left, gallbladder on the right. It's up high. You can tap like this, or you can cross over and tap like this. You could use those fingers, whatever's comfortable. Magnificent and beautiful, powerful and strong, happy and healthy. The spleen, the gallbladder, perfect. And shake off. And where you would put a name tag, we're tapping for lungs. And you know you got it right because it has a little bit of a hollow feeling. Left lung and right lung, the respiratory system, the meridians, magnificent and beautiful, powerful and strong, happy and healthy. The lungs, perfect. And shake it off. So the autonomic nervous system, parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, the meridians for this run up and down the arms and throughout other parts of the body. We're going to use Ijimagini arms. We're going to pulsate as if we were testing pizza dough. Breathing deeply, magnificent and beautiful, powerful, strong, happy and healthy. Triple warmer system, the autonomic nervous system, absolutely perfect. And then we're gonna rub those meridians up and down the outside of the arms. Let's do 3 X's over the heart. And we'll do this marching in place. Fists coming up in front of the shoulders, elbows gliding along the ribs, knees popping up in front of the hips as we breathe deeply. And you can get creative, as long as you don't get in trouble, and you can move back and forth on your mat. And we pause, and just let the whole system self-regulate. Breathing deeply. So we're gonna start with the earth, the first chakra. And we're going to do the sound, which is lum. So you can just chant lum, 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 lum. And it's a vibrational sound that's associated with this chakra. Lum, 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 lum. And shake it off. Second chakra, below the navel, above the pubic bone, water element. And the sound is vum, V-U-M. Vum, 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 vum. Vum, 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 vum. And the tapotment itself, when we tap like that on the body, has a really positive effect for the internal organs and the muscle structures. We're going to come above the navel for third chakra. It's a fire element, and the sound is rum. Rum, 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 rum. Rum, 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 rum. And then up to the heart, right? The element is air, and the sound is yum. And, you know, don't we love certain things? Aren't they just yummy? All right, here we go. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. And then at the throat area, the element is ether. We're going to tap the neck or the throat, wherever you feel like it feels good for you. And the sound is hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. And then up here, right in between the brows, called the third eye. And it's sixth chakra. We're going to tap Om. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. And shake it off. Now the seventh chakra is connected to all energy. And some of the books say that it's without color and without sound, but really it's brightness. It is the light, the brightness that really does flow within us. And its sound is our natural mantra that we are chanting all day long. And it's the sound of our breath. And as we inhale, it's a so. You hear that whistling sound coming up the nose. And as you exhale, it's a hum. We feel it in the throat. So just focus on the crown chakra. You can even tap it a little bit if you like. And bring the hands down. We'll do the central channel. Moving through central channel and just feeling that energy. So we start down at the pubic area as the hands glide just in front of the body, all the way up to the nose. 3 times. And again. And we'll do the hookup later. Let's see if I remember that, all right? So let's come down to the floor. And today we're going to bring this right foot up into the groin area. I will even move my hips forward so that my heel is making contact with the pubic bone. And I'm letting this right knee just fall out to the side. So let's just sit here. Let's position the shoulders over the hips, the head over the shoulders. Breathe deeply. And maybe do a little spinal twist. We'll take the left hand and place it on the right knee, right hand behind us, as we look over the shoulder. And then we come back to center. Let's reach the arms up. And if you like, I'm going to just grab the strap. If you have a hard time reaching that foot, I'm going to move myself back into position. We can use the strap. And we can bring the strap over the ball of the foot. Lift the heart, roll the shoulders down and back, and just start to ease forward, let the elbows bend. And a lot of people think it's about bringing your head to the knee. And you can do that, but that rounds the back and gives it a little bit of a different feeling. Right now, I'm concerned with us being able to start to identify the hips and bending from the hip rather than the waist. To identify that a little bit more easily, you could put a little bend in the left leg, and that'll free your hip up to come forward a little bit more, and then straighten the leg. Nice deep breath. You might even notice that the right knee has started to go closer to the floor. It might have started up high, 5-6 inches off the floor, and that's not unusual. Even, after you've had this practice for a while, and I'm hoping your practice will be every day, there are things that we do throughout the day, throughout the week, that create muscle tension. And so one day your practice will be one way, and another day your practice can feel totally different. So let's come back up. And again, another little spinal twist, turning to the right, and coming back to center. I'm going to stretch this leg out, and you could pop the knees up and down, give yourself a little release in those leg muscles. To the opposite side, left foot coming up into the groin. I'm going to move myself forward so the heel makes contact with the groin. And when we move into this and the heel presses into that groin area along the pubic bone, we have muscle attachments for the inner thigh. And that pressing on those attachments helps create some releases in the inner thigh. Sometimes those muscles can be very tight and be the cause of some lower back pain, right? So yoga is medicine that helps us feel better and become more flexible. So again, I have the strap over my foot. I'm rolling my shoulders down and back, allowing the neck to be an extension of my spine. And I'm leading with this part of my body, my heart, rather than rounding and trying to bring my head to the knee. And, you can play with that. You could do it, sometimes people enjoy the erector spinae muscles from the weight of the head stretching out. So you can do that, it's all right. You just don't want it to be the only part of this. Again, a little bend in the right knee and identify those hip joints moving from the hip. And then straighten the leg a little bit more. We'll come up and release. Let's turn to the left. And we'll come back to center. We're going to switch sides. Again, bringing the right foot up towards the groin area. Moving forward, grabbing your ankle or your foot, balancing your shoulders, breathing into that pose. And then we're going to come up. We're going to take this right hand and place it behind us. And we're going to come on to the right knee. So we're pushing up, and the hips move forward. And we bring that left arm up over the shoulders. My right foot is kind of a kickstand to help with balancing. And for those of you who have that in your practice, you could float the leg if you like. But for the very first time, you might just enjoy this. You can also bring the arm alongside the ear, stretching out that whole left side of the body. And then bring the arm back up to center. Hips come back to the floor. Legs stretch out in front of us. Let's bend those knees. Fold forward onto the thighs. Stretch forward, grab the feet. Let the head come to the knees. Let the elbows rest to the side of the legs. Be soft. And then coming back up. Stretching the legs out, rolling the shoulders back. So we'll do this to the opposite side. All right, bring that left heel into the groin, reaching up, folding forward, taking a few deep breaths. Coming back up. And that left arm coming behind us. We're going to come up onto the left knee, hips come forward, and breathe. You bring that right arm alongside the ear, stretching out the right side of the body. And then bring the arm down, bring the hips down. Bring the legs forward. So we're going to do a seated spinal twist. So I'll start out by saying bend your right knee and bring the right foot through the outside of the left knee. If your foot is up here and you really can't make that connection with the floor, keep the foot to the inside of the knee. Now I'm going to turn just for camera purposes, but you're going to stay just as you are. So I'm placing my hands over my knee and I'm lengthening my spine. I want to go from rounded to as lifted and as straight as I possibly can, all right? This right hand is going to come behind me and its job is to help my spine stay lifted. And I want to move it back far enough so that the shoulder moves back, all right? My left hand is going to come to the outside of the knee. It could be my elbow, it could be your hand, the arm could be down alongside the thigh. You could have the elbow pinned in front of the knee. And I'm even moving my hand again so I can turn my head to the right and look over the shoulder and breathe. And then we come back to center, a little bit to the opposite side. And back to center. We're going to stretch this leg out. I'm going to turn for your benefit. And so left leg bends, left foot to the outside of the right knee, unless your foot's not making contact with the floor, keep it to the inside, all right? Lifting the heart, getting the spine nice and straight. The left hand comes behind me for support, so I don't want to be back here leaning back. I'm trying to sit up straight and support myself at the same time. Right elbow in front of the left knee or to the outside of the left knee, really not in front, to the outside of the left knee. And then I start to make that twist, that turn, breathing deeply and breathing. And we come back to center. All right, let's lie back on the mat today. And so we've done some spinal twists a few different ways. Let's work with windshield wipers just to loosen up the hips and the lower back. So we're going to let the legs fall over to the right, head turns to the left. Inhale, bring the legs up. Drop them over to the left, exhale, head turns to the right. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. We're moving from side to side, coordinating the breath and the movement. Now let's come back to center. Separate the feet. Knees are standing straight up. Left knee stands straight up, right knee drops towards the left ankle. We come back up to center. Left knee drops towards the right ankle. And back to center. So we're doing British windshield wipers now. Breathing. Let your head move in the opposite way the knee drops. So again, we have this movement pattern all the way up the spine to the base of the skull. And it's comforting for the head to rock back and forth on the occiput of the skull. And one more set. Let's bring the legs back together, draw the right knee up, hands over the knee, extend the left leg long. Inhale. Exhale, lift that left leg up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. If that's too much for you, you can exhale out and bend the knee and draw it back in. And exhale out and draw the knee in. And exhale out and draw the knee in. And then we're going to switch sides. So left knee comes into the chest. Inhale. Exhale, extend the right leg. And then bend the right leg. And extend and bend. Or lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And now we bend both knees, feet on the floor, arms out to the side. Drop the knees over to the right, head turns to the left. And of course, if you've got a spinal twist in your practice, you can do any variation you like. But the 3 videos this week were really for, 4 videos this week were really for people just beginning and wanting to check out what these classes are like. We come back up to center and over to the opposite side, head to one side, knees to the other. Nice deep breath. We draw the knees into the chest. We can grab our feet, bringing our knees to the side of the ribs for a happy baby. And if this is not comfortable for you and you're not ready for this yet, you can just bring the knees together and hug them into your chest and take deep breaths. So either way is good. You can have a little rocking with happy baby if you like. And now we're going to release, relax. Your options for meditation are a shavasana, letting the body be still and connecting with the breath. We need some support for the lower back. We can bend the knees, have the feet wide and the knees resting by each other. If you're someone who likes to curl up on their side, you can do that, arm under the head or a pillow. And it's sitting as part of your meditation practice. You just don't like to miss an opportunity to sit. We'll sit with the spine straight. So chair or on the floor, whatever works for you. Let's connect with the breath. Feel the space we create on the inhalation. Using our awareness. Aware of our body, our emotions, and our thoughts. And we're witness to these things. We don't get caught up in the thoughts. We just are aware of them. And they come and they go. We stay with the breath.
Alert for low battery.
So the quote today is from Leroy Little Bear. You know too much. Two scientists traveled halfway around the world to ask a Hindu sage what he thought about their theories. When they arrived, he kindly brought them into his garden and poured them tea. Though the two small cups were filled, the sage kept pouring. Tea kept overflowing, and the scientists politely but awkwardly said, "Your Holiness, the cups can hold no more." The sage stopped pouring and said, "Your minds are like the cups. You know too much. Enjoy your minds and come back. Then we'll talk." Knowing everyone's birthday is not the same as feeling the wonder of birth, nor is being accomplished in the many positions of lovemaking the same as being passionate. It was the great Canadian scholar Northrop Frye who pointed out that understanding the principles of aerodynamics has nothing to do with the experience of flying. If at times you feel numb or distanced from the essence of what you know, perhaps your mind, like the sage's teacup, is too full. Perhaps, like a bowl too full of fish, your deepest thoughts have no room to move. Perhaps we all need, from time to time, to dump out all that doesn't stick, to let God, like a great wind, rim our head like an empty bowl. Information is not wisdom. The mind, while a great and irreplaceable tool, can store instead of feel, can sort instead of understand, can, like a beaver, build a dam of everything precious. If you cannot speak when your mouth is stuffed with unchewed food, how can you think clearly if your mind is stuffed with undigested information? But how do we empty the mind? By not overthinking, by not storing or sorting, by not replaying fears or dreams or doubts or praise, by choosing the most important thing on our endless list of things to do and doing it fully after tearing up the list. All the wisdom traditions say to be still, that the stillness will bore holes in ourselves, in our useless knowing. But how do we begin? Every time you find yourself sorting, life in your head, stop and notice what the brightest spot of light around you is touching. After a week of this, make a deal with yourself. Trade 5 facts about how to live for 1 hour of unplanned living, and have some tea. And as we breathe and we feel that light within us, we create that space and that awareness. We say that metta prayer, that friend prayer for everyone. May all beings be safe. May they be happy and healthy. May they be free of suffering. And may they live at ease of heart. Namaste. Thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed these 4 videos if you have watched them, and if you're watching them, I know that you're on YouTube. And if you're interested in this type of yoga, you can scroll down below and go to tnovakspiritualquest.com and join us in our yoga practice. Namaste. Thank you very much.